Hi, Tanya.
Simple.
How are you doing, Tanya?
I'm good. You?
I'm really good. It's a little sunny in Paris, but warm too. And what about you?
Well, we have a quite a fresh weather. It's grayish, and I think it's gonna be raining. So that's okay. I'm okay with such kind of summer. I prefer when it's cool. Not like 37 degrees when you're dying. So for me, that's okay. Let it be.
So, Tanya, I was really amazed by the product that you're working on. And when I just read about it, how you just showed it, to the world. And I really wanted to have a conversation around this product and around what made you, start that venture with your peers. And but before we just dive in it, I really want to let you introduce yourself to the people who may not know you yet.
I'm Tanya, and actually, I prefer to introduce myself as like I'm a human. So I my professional career started like when I was 18 years old. So I was building systems and collaborating with the European Union for different IT projects. And I also worked as the business owner, and I was the director of the museum. And I love art very much. And then I was invited to join Buddy Hub, and now we are building this IT startup project for people. So my professional career is very long. I mean, I started from 18, and that's a long way. So lots of expertise, lots of knowledge, and but a part of professional career, I'm also very passionate about knowledge, and I wrote a dissertation on theology of education, and I also enjoyed literature. So I'm writing poems, and a few of them were published in Italy. I'm writing and I'm speaking Italian as well. So yeah, so I'm a human with different perspectives. So I'm not only about business processes. I'm also about life, about hobbies, and about passions. Passion. That's it.
Yeah. So I think you are a little bit like me. Like you have a lot of patience, and you
Yeah.
like to do a lot of great things that make you happy. You know?
Yeah, because actually happiness, that's the only thing that matters after all. Because you cannot stay like you do not sleep with money. You cannot hug money. You cannot do this. But you can hug the people you love, and that makes you happy. So happiness, that's the only thing that matters today. That's the rule.
Wow. I'm really happy to listen to this because I grew up with, a society where they were telling us like choose one thing you like, focus on this one thing and all your life, do this one thing 20 years, 25 years in the same company, and that's life, buy a house and pay your debt, and then help your child. But we're in the same company, and I kind of grew up a little like this because in France we have this kind of mind. The past generation just after mine, just before mine, stay in company like for 10 years, 20 years, same job, same task every day. And when I just graduated, I just had my first one jobs, and within 1 month, I already knew everything on my tasks, and I was kind of depressed. I would say, "Whoa!" So it means I will spend 25 years of my life doing the same task, going to the same office. It got me crazy. But at the time, nobody was thinking like I'm talking like you talk now. Everyone was like, "Okay, just keep doing it."
Yeah, that's kind of, I think, modern slavery. When a young man or a young woman start their career, they're like they think that they should belong to one thing or one place. But life is just a just a great blue ocean, and you can do whatever you want and still making money, but still having hobbies and passions and trying new things. There is the research that is telling us that our life longevity will be like very long. So the timeline will be around 120 years. And in these 100 years, you can choose and change the tracks for like 10 times. Like you can be this one, that one, that one, a singer, a painter, a businessman, whatever. And that's, I think that's very beautiful. Leonardo da Vinci is the person who actually did it all. He was a painter, a sculptor, a scientist, an engineer, a philosopher, a businessman, whatever. So he did everything, and he was happy in doing these things and contributing to society. I am inspired by Leonardo da Vinci. So when I was well, I was in university, I wrote research paper about his philosophy, so the philosophy of Leonardo da Vinci, and I was inspired by his approach to life and to the things he did, because his approach was very human centric. And so what we lose today, and we have this atrophy of human connections, and that is actually what is Buddy Hub about. So this project and product we're working at. So we are building the human connections again, and that's why I'm very inspired by human centric businesses. When you are not putting AI in the core of your business, but you're putting human in the core of your business. That's essential thing.
Oh, and you are inspired by Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
And then what you said is really true, because I like to listen to I don't know how to call it. Is a composer, music composer in the Baroque style, and
Mm.
his name was Johann Pachelbel.
Mm.
And I learned a little about his story. And in that time, people were living like a less time than us. Their longevity was really short. We could have a lot of babies and all of that. And in the main frame of time, on this earth, they just accomplished so many things. And there were singers, writer, carpenter, singers. So they're doing a lot of jobs.
Yeah, that's beautiful, because the life is not the days that passed, but the days that are remembered. I love this proverb, and I repeat it every time, because will you remember this day? For example, I will remember this day because I have this conversation with you. So definitely. But every day should be the day to be remembered for your connections, for your improvements, for your contribution. Did you contribute something to the society, to the community, to your house, to your, I don't know, to any place you belong to? Did you call your mother? Because many people don't, they just do not understand that actually family is not forever. I mean, that parents, we should take care of the parents, not only by sending them presents on New Year Eve, but also by calling them and being present in their lives as well. So yeah, so meaningful living, I will call that. So live with the meaning inside. That's it.
Meaningful living, yeah. Really agree 1,000% with you on that. And I feel like social media, we'll talk about this later, but social medias kind of destroyed a little, like accelerated, the self-centric behaviors, and
Yeah.
relationship and connection with people really difficult. And yeah, with all the things that happening online, with AI thing also, which is tremendously pushing, the world and the technology really quickly. So we don't have enough time to adapt. And I had some friends who just switched some jobs and just lost themselves, and find a new relief in automation with AI, with Pain 18. And finally, Google is launching a 818, much more cheap and much more strong, and things are going really quickly. But they paid for the training for $3,000, And now this training is maybe not variable anymore because anyone can do automation with GPT-5 and put it on Google Automation, and that's it. So things are going really fast, and the connection between people, really bringing connection, sensei connection, are really a little raw, a lot raw, Yeah, so that's what I'm witnessing a little on my side. But you told me you did a PhD in theology of education. I really want to know how is it,
Well, how I did it, or what's about my dissertation is. So, like, what's
Yeah.
what we're written about. Well, theology of education is about the values we rise in the children, in the people who learn, like what kind of human you will be, rather than what kind of grace you will receive. So, theology of education is about um, understanding the reason you are here on earth, or you are having the things you do, or your family. So you're answering on the global why question. That's about theology of education. And you learn you learn the certain things that actually is connecting you with your spirituality. So it's not about something esoteric, some tarot, whatever is happening there, but it's a very deep connection between you and God, through the learning, through Bible, through certain values. And it's not only about Christian world. Theology of education could be about, for example, the Muslim students, whatever. So you can have your religion, but approach your education through the lens of religion. So because there is a very good book. Actually, I have this with me. It's in German. It's by Hans Schilling. His name is Bildung als Gottes Bildlichkeit. And it's like education as the image of God. And it was written in 1961. So Germany was just, among the first countries who proposed this approach to education. So rising a human, not just somebody who is who doesn't know who he is or she is. So values and understanding who you are and why you are here, and also it's a kind of new step in development, because if we consider that our development are three layered, the first is physical, the second is psychological, and the third one is spiritual. So when we are just maintaining these two, the first one and the second one, we are feeling not enough, because at a certain age, around 40, 45, we have this crisis of like, who am I, what I'm living here, why I'm living here, with whom, what I'm doing here. We have this crisis, and in order to prevent this crisis, we should understand this third layer, this spiritual layer. We should understand who we are from the essence of theology. So, theology education is teaching people and students all these three, not only spiritual, but also about physical, about emotional, psychological, and also about spiritual. So it's quite an interesting concept.
Yeah. Uh,
I hope it's
do-
not too much and too difficult.
no, it's quite interesting because on my personal level, I just do some kind of research on on how to say, on faith, on faith, because I met some people who say that faith doesn't exist, God doesn't exist, all of that
Exactly.
is just made to make people feel good.
Mm.
But I just pushed my research for more than 10 years, and actually, uh, sometimes you witness something your mind can't explain, and you just understand that your body is a difficult, a hard mathematical thing that everything you put on your skin, it absorbs, you know. So if you use a chemical product to wash your clothes,
Yeah.
you may have some disease, you know, and that's why sometimes we have heard somewhere we just put some lotion. I just said, why just put some lotion where you hit me? I don't understand. But the thing is, people understood how the body works, and everything you put on it, you just kind of drink it, you know, and put it inside your body. And the soul is also important. You know, sometimes I tend to look at people's eyes, look at them, and I can see, you know, what kind of people they may be, because there are some things you can't hide. No matter how hard you try, it's just inside your eyes and you can't delete it. And the people who know how to see it, they will see it.
Absolutely. There is a good proverb that your soul is in your eyes. So
Mm.
you can see the soul of a person in the eyes. And yeah, in the eye. So that's true. I absolutely agree with you. That's true. We are, but it's very, there's also cognitive distortion about faith, religion, because of what media and actually movies and other things are doing to faith and religion. So they just put this kind of illusion that Bible, for example, is kind of a fairy tale, but it's not. So that brings a lot of distortion to understanding what it really means, and that's why theology of education is important. So to know the truth, because finally we all are searching for the truth. We don't want these lies to be. We don't want to be fooled. We want it to be, to know the truth. So I always say, like, search the beginning, because when you're reading Wikipedia, for example, or any other encyclopedia, you should start from reading the references. What references they have, what books they use for their research, and are these books um, okay for you, or you do not trust them? So there are a lot of cognitive distortion in the world. So that's why I always ask people, like, please start from the search the beginning. Like, take the book where it was written for the first time. Do not read the book where it's written for the 100 times. Like, start from the book where it was mentioned for the first time, and that will be true. So that's why I think that Bible is the book to read, not the interpretations, not the what the other people are saying, but the first book
Yeah,
that's read.
the
Yeah.
first version of that book, and yeah. But you know, just to talk about Bible a little, you know, when I was young, I not just when I was young, I always want to be a priest, even now. But you know,
Oh,
really, I like to pray for peoples, and I just tend to be really sensitive with all the things around the church. And sometimes I even go to pray with Buddhism people also, because they are really welcoming. And I just tend to understand how they are thinking. And that's where sometimes I just saw in both Christianity and Buddhism, you know, some level of spirituality that just blew up my mind. And I was thinking, wow, actually, there is really something out of this. And I just tend to search, like, in all the civilizations, they all have their own kind of entities, their own kind of understanding about the spirituality, and the whole kind of, you know, managing all of that knowledge. And there is a movie I like so much. I just watched it when I was taking my plane when I was going to South Korea. And the movie is Feng Shui. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. And I just was really stunned by all the old Korean culture of spirituality and all of that. And talking about Bible, me, I can see a little what's happening. You know, uh, Bible I think a lot of people don't have the patience to read, don't have the patience to understand, to actually take the time reading and making it for yourself,
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of not good church, just a rising in all African, and those players that are getting $1 billion wealth. They're really rich, and the people who go to pray there, they're still poor. They pray there for decades, but they seem not to see the problem, And that's kind of practices that are happening now, and people are just debunking all of that. And there's a big war that is happening in the internet in the African world, where people are really fed up for that, because the countries, the government are doing nothing, are just letting those people proliferating and all of that, and people are just opening their eyes and understanding that the faith is just with yourself first. Like you don't need another people. Sometimes it's just within yourself. Everything you want, everything you wish you can do is just within yourself. So this kind of word touched a lot, and I think it's really important to talk about that.
In Christianity, you cannot stay alone holy faith if you are not a monk and you are not living in the desert. Well, Christianity is about this communal feeling. When you are all there and you're praying, you are much stronger. And actually, in Christianity, the church is the house of Jesus Christ. So, I mean, if when you are not going there, you're just some kind of escaping this station. So with God. So yeah, I think that I repeat it, but I think that media and social media and movies and some kind of books, they just disturbed the real meaning. And people mostly do the things when they do not understand, or they do the things when they don't understand. So understandability, sometimes we don't need it for faithful connections with God. We just need accepting, and that's it. You don't need to understand certain things. But Saint Thomas, the Catholic monk, has written 4 books proving the existence of God. These are the books for atheists. Actually, guys who are not believing, read 4 books of Saint Thomas, please. Well, and
What's the
that
name?
Saint Thomas, you have
Sam?
this?
No, I just bought one that was written by I think some priests that for the atheist people, they were searching scientific evidence to people who don't trust God exists, and they went to really live on TV. The name
Ah,
is it's
Dieu.
in French.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, yeah.
Dieu, la science, l'épreuve. God, science, and proof. It's
Good.
really scientific based that God exists. So I'm really excited to try it. It's really kind of huge, but your book is Saint Thomas, and what's the title of that?
Yeah, I will send you the name. But yeah, actually he just proved that with his books. Yeah, so we don't need to think a lot about that. He just did it for us. So and
Yeah,
he did it
so
actually in 100 or like 13th century, I think he was living, like 12th or 13th century. I don't remember correctly, but
of Protestantalism. But actually, of course, there's God, and in all the ethnicity, in Asia, Africa, all this, there is also some kind of spirituality. And I remember the story of a French commander. He was really famous navigator. He just take his boat and go to explore the world, and then he just go inside the water and just explore what happened there. His name was Cousteau, Commandant Cousteau. And really famous. And really, really, really nice guy, a really nice guy. And there's a true story that happened. I was a little bit skeptical of that, but I just saw the newspaper and the letter he sent to the Papa, the Papa to Roma, Italia, all that time. He went to my country, Gabon, and then he was inside the water there. He just went to explore the water, and then he disappeared inside for several days. People were thinking he was dead or something. And then some days later, he just resurfaced. So when he resurfaced, people were really shocked. What's happened, Commandant Cousteau? How did you manage to survive so long time inside this water? And then every time he wanted to talk, he was unable to say what he saw. Like looks like his mouth couldn't speak what he saw. And then he just wrote this letter to the Papa, and he just described like what kind of incredible things he has seen, like kind of new spirituality, new civilization, another kind of world that actually exists. And I think shortly after that, he just died, you know. And we kind of talk a lot about this in African culture, because the water of Gabon are really some mysterious waters, and a lot of sci- uh, white scientists went there to try to explore, but many never come back, you know, because it's really scientific and mysterious waters. So we have a lot of proofs that it tend to exist, and I think I really always wanted, to be a priest, but we see in the future what's happened.
I think that being a priest is a very strong position, because actually a priest, it's a mediator between God and people, and you have this message, like being an actor or I don't know, a singer. All these people who perform, they have this message for the audience, and you can change the mind, the communities, and you can be philosopher, writer, and still have this message to promote among the community. I support you in this idea. Go for that.
But have you personally, like before learning the theology of education, have you personally struggled working in teams, finishing some projects, procrastinating?
Yeah, I have never problems with procrastination, I think. So I was always busy. I'm the person who actually, for me, the best vacation is vacation with a book, doing something, making something, imagining something, learning. So I actually stand for neuroplasticity. So I train my mind. It doesn't mean that I don't have any rest, but I don't have any problems with procrastination, because I really take care about the time. I mean, for me, time, that's what all that matters, because procrastination is just letting your time fly, like just like how it is. So you don't care about the time, but life is very short. Really, 100 years is short. So actually, when you spend the time procrastinating, you are not living, you are postponing your life. So if I'm doing something, learning something, or whatever, I spend it with the people I love. And for me, time is the most precious resource on earth and above. So time, that's that what matters in my life. So I focus my energy on the things that really matter, like my family, my hobbies, my passions, my business. And have you watched the movie Always Say Yes with Jim Carrey?
What?
There is a movie, Say Yes or Always Say Yes, I don't remember. Jim Carrey, when he was a new person, then he started saying yes to everything. Have you watched?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. So, actually, that what I think you learn from that movie, that you cannot postpone your life, but you should take care about your time. I mean, for what kind of things you spend it. You should not have time for procrastination where you're too busy living. When you're not busy living, you are procrastinating because you don't know why you are living, what you're doing here, and for what kind of purpose you are here, etc. I think that procrastination comes from being unhappy. when you're unhappy, you just stuck, and then you just do not know what to do. You're just puzzled, you are lost. And then you what? You take your phone, because there you find those who are not procrastinating. But actually all those people are procrastinating too, because busy people, they do not have social media, guys. Real people who are living their lives, they don't have any social media. They don't need to actually show their life on social media. So I think that we are all about all these pictures. There is a good book by Erich Fromm. This is a German philosopher. um, to be or to have or to be something. I will drop the name later, but it's about this understanding: to be or to have. Are you a person who is about being a person that's having things, like I have the Instagram, I have the car, I have a girlfriend, I have whatever, I have a job? Or you are a person that is being in this life. You are kind, you are vulnerable, you are, I don't know, you are hardworking or whatever. So I think that we should all think about this, like learning how to be a person in the life, not to have something in your life. And that's will solve the problem of procrastination, if you will be learning how to be, not how to have something.
That's a big issue in our societies, and sometimes even myself, I just fall in the doom scrolling. But I just had some techniques, to avoid that. I just bought a tool. The name is Promo Focus. So I kind of track my focus years after years. So I know, okay, this year I studied maybe 400 hours, and I know I spend which hours in which project, some side projects, some study, learn a new language, all of that. And I just see that there are a lot of people that want to go out of procrastination, and the chemical dopamine created by marketers in social media is not helping. And I think TikTok is one of the most dangerous
Yeah.
social media that really, like, a lot of people are saying as a joke, like, when you go inside TikTok, you never know when you go out from this.
That's a scary thing, especially among young people and children, 14 years old or above, or even like younger, because they do not know how to control. They are too emotional, so they're just diving into that, and they cannot escape. And then we have these problems with the language, because they cannot speak properly, they cannot think properly, they have this stoppers, and they cannot read, they don't want to read. So yeah, we this is a big issue. Yeah. And actually social network, it's not about network at all now. I think that's why we putting so much effort in Buddy Hub, because it's a social project, because it's not it's about AI, so we don't have any AI. So it's about finding another human to support you to find procrastination and reach your goal finally. For example, I am on this platform and I'm searching for body to help me to, to be more sustainable in like ecological issues, like, having this things with different kind of trash, etc. So, help me in this ecological approach. And I cannot do it by myself. I need another human to help me. So that's or for example, I now I'm studying and learning French, and I really sometimes need someone to say to me, like, don't worry, you're okay with that. Okay, your pronunciation is not good, but you're okay, just go for that. Body system, it's a new methodology that we are implementing into this system. Like body methodology means that you can reach your goal, but there should be another human, and he is helping you and you are helping him. So it's not only like you are helping me to reach my goal, but also I'm helping you to reach yours. Like, so that's win-win thing. And I think the more human connections we have, the less problems with loneliness, and in the nearest future we will see. Like for example, like during the COVID, we were all blocked in our houses, but we were not alone because we were connecting more through social media, through whatever, through Zoom calls. So because human always needs another human. This is in our. It's actually in Bible. It's in our nature. We do not need AI bots anymore, guys. Please don't do this. You should not have a girlfriend like a bot, or a boyfriend. You should
Also.
your natural relationships, and that's so beautiful to be human. Don't forget about that. Human, so nice.
Yeah, I was really touched, sincerely touched by the project that you're building with your company, because myself, I tried, to launch another project before the personal finance project I'm working on, and I wanted to launch something in food, because finally food is connected with our body. And again, yesterday in France, we have like a baby water, like it's a brand of water that baby can drink, old people can drink, everyone can drink. And we were thinking this water is pure, but it has too much plastic inside, microplastics and a lot of things inside. And since 2 years in France, almost every month on TV, people, countries say, "Oh, don't eat this product anymore. Have some high risk of cancer." This and this. So nobody and death, like nobody is managing what is happening inside our food. And I wanted to launch project that I called pick bio, like a pick the bio, pick the fresh, and I just, never find the best co-founders, the best team, because it's a huge project that I can't do myself. And there was nowhere on the internet to find someone that can have the same approach, that can have the same passion, to make just food and living more healthy for everyone, And yeah, so when I saw your project, I said, okay, I will follow that up, and I will wait for all of the release and see what I can find, because it's really touched me. And that was a product that was lacking in the internet, in the space of entrepreneurship. And that's why I really wanted to send you that message, because yeah, it became really hard to find the right people to, that share the same value, or maybe we can share the same value, but those people sometimes are not trustworthy. They are not, like you can't count on them, because they just disappear, and
Yeah, but
that's
actually, that's a very good idea because the Greek philosopher told once, actually all the diseases come from what we eat. So that's an essential point. I'm got that idea. That's a great idea for the world, for you, for everyone, especially for children,
yeah.
because that's the healthier we eat and feed our children, the healthier nation it will be. So but Buddy Harper is actually solving that problem about not only about loneliness and procrastination, but for finding. And if you actually don't like your body, you can change it. That's good. So you can commit to your body if you like him or her, for example, because there are, things happen that you might not like the body. So that's okay. That's life. So
That's life, yeah.
yeah,
So I think I don't use too much of your time, but
that's okay. That's okay. If you have any more questions, please do.
okay, okay, because I had a little more questions. So now, what's the current state, of Party Hub now? What's the current state for the people who are listening to us and watching us?
Well, we are preparing to launch our MVP in the beginning of September, and now we are just inviting people to join our waiting list to be the first to try our app, and
Mm.
that's very important for us. So guys, join. Come on, go again, guys. And yeah, and just we'll let you know as soon as the MVP is open to download, and you can do it. And just do the match and try this thing. We actually the same thing that all the dating apps have. So we have the swipe, so you can see the goal of the person and the picture of the person and the languages, but you can just swipe and search for the right connection. So, like, your goal is matching with another goal, so you can do this as well. And it's
Oh,
very, very, very handy because we get used to that. And so the process of searching for your body is very, very easy and very quick. So actually, I'm on the waiting list as well. So I put
me
my
too.
email as well. Yeah, so I will be among the first bodies. So there is a chance that we can be buddies on the Buddy Hub anyway.
I think, sincerely, I just look at it and I just say, wow, it's really wonderful, this idea, really, really personally. And I wanted to know more about that. And, I think there is a big need of what you are building now in our societies now and in the years to come. Because a lot of people are living in fear. A lot of people are living waiting for a push, to help them do something. And me, I know some old colleagues that are stuck in the jobs because maybe they may not like it, or maybe they just like it, but they want to do something else because they have a passion for something else, but they don't know how to start. They don't know how to do because they just have a family life and they can't network every time. It's kind of difficult. And I've seen a lot of people around me who got, who are stuck really, not got stuck, who are really stuck until now in this. And the life is going, time is passing, and now we have a lot of more layoffs. People are just losing their job like that, and everything is changing. That's why myself, uh, I just saw that, in my career, I just saw life of people changing. I had a colleague, he was coming on bike at work every morning, and one day, a driver just splashed him, and he couldn't even come to work anymore. He was in a wheelchair. And finally, the company kept paying him because of the law for 2 years. And then after that, they just fired him. So I always wonder myself what happened to him. And his life just changed at 38 years old. And how is the life of his kids if he's not earning this money? And it's kind of just shifted his family. And I just say to myself that, wow, while I'm working, while I'm making money, I want to work on something that is really passion for me, and I want to build something strong, while saving and knowing how to use my paycheck, to really build something outside of my work, build some dividend, make some properties and all of that. Um, that's why I'm just working on my project. We usually go at the end of this year, like learn corporate, where I just help people plan for tomorrow. Don't just think, okay, I will keep having this big salary all my life. This is happen, accident happens, and you are not you are on control of nothing finally in that life, because
Yeah.
we are a society and everyone is responsible for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking in my approach, I really had a lot of time, a lot of difficult time finding, the right people. And I guess like Body Hub really is a big push, a big help, to really say to people, even to workers, like you have a side project. You can meet someone who share the same value than you on Body Hub. You can meet someone, who will fight with you together to achieve your common goals, your common goal.
What we're about. So
Mm,
that, like, you're not lazy, you're just alone. This is
mm.
our copyright, this is our motto. Like, you are not lazy, you are just alone. And that's I think that's the principal reason for why many people are afraid to start, is actually that they're feeling lonely. Like, I'm alone here. It's like, in Ugly Duckling. like he was alone, and in that fairy tale he was alone and he thought that he was ugly. But when he saw just the swans, the beautiful birds, he just saw that he was among one of them. So he just saw that he was okay. So we need community. We need real people, not just avatars, not just bots, not just the social things, like we see all this fakes, like fake accounts, fake apps that make your makeup better, your skin better, your body better. We are all about, like, we're just forgetting how real people, look like, age like, and connect. So yeah, so that's absolutely about not fighting loneliness, but just telling you that I'm here, you are not alone, we can do it, and you can do it. That's the kind of a psychological impact as well. When there is somebody, sometimes we are afraid to tell something to our mother or to our father or to our partner or to our friend, and there is a buddy who actually he doesn't know you so well, and you are not afraid to share some things, your maybe your like thoughts about your procrastination or whatever. So you can say like, okay, I cannot do that, and buddy says like, that's okay, we're all people, that we are humans, that's okay, let's do it tomorrow. So this kind of support is essential, is what we miss today. So yeah.
It's what we really miss, and and in the times we are living now, it's really useful, to be in the group, to find your body, to find your support system, and sometimes you can have an external support system, and it's all gonna help. And I think the idea of finding people who share the same goals, it's really so much interesting, into really great dynamics, because there is no comparison. We are just working hard because we have the same goals,
Yeah.
and me
And
what it
and you know that, like, I think what I loved in this app mostly is that you have inside, you have a society of people who want to change their life, who are not, don't want to be just the observers like in Instagram, or just the
Mm.
people who just take this dopamine or endorphin in TikTok, just like sitting on the sofa, like and doing nothing. But Hub is about people who want to change something, who have these goals, who are smart and intelligent and goal oriented, because they want to do sports, they want to do some businesses, they want to study, they want something, because the lack of motivation is actually when the human has no willing to do something. So he or she doesn't want. I just don't want to, like children, they now, those children who use mobile phones and social networks, mostly those children, they don't want anything. Like, do you want this cookie? No, I don't want. I don't know what I want. What do you want for New Year? Oh, I don't know what I want. So that's
Yeah.
the problem of having the understanding of what do you want. And this you can understand when you have a goal to reach something. So Betty Harper, I love this app. So what can I say?
I'm really excited to see, the release of the app, to try it out also, maybe make a video while trying.
So that will be great. I will let you know personally when it will be ready. So we can.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because I really went to London this year, 4 weeks ago, to try to find a partner to really make video alive,
Mm,
because I really met some people not really reliable, people not so much tend to work hard, because making company is really hard.
mhm.
And and I know you have some experience in that, and a lot of people tend to not realize how much work is to make a company. And
Yeah.
it's not from the first try that things are working. You need to green, and it's kind of difficult, in this world. So I will let you the last word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will let you the last word for our audience.
Thank you so much for having me. And actually, that's always a lot to say, and that's not enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. It was very inspiring conversation, and I was very honored to join your podcast. Thank you so much for having me, Jean Paul.
Me too, Tanya.
beaucoup.
Oh, merci beaucoup, Tanya. C'était également un plaisir pour moi.
Pour moi
C'est
aussi.
bon. Okay. So we just stay in the studio, but we just say bye to the people who are watching us. So bye bye.